This video is really for those people that are kind of undecided about what career path they want to take, and why I think that software engineering is a really good career path that should be pursued, especially in today's day and age. A little bit of background about myself. I studied to become a mechanical engineer, and I did my engineering from Concordia University in Montreal, Canada. I didn't really get into the market because I ended up moving back to Pakistan where my parents were, and this is during COVID. So I ended up moving back and not really going into the mechanical engineering industry, but I kept in touch with all my friends from the university that had graduated. I knew a lot of people that went to McGill as well. So what ended up happening was that a lot of the people that I knew that were from an engineering background were still getting job in tech. Like, they were being employed by tech companies instead of like engineering firms. The roles that they would take on would be quality assurance roles. DevOps was very common, like project management, product management. A lot of those roles were what I saw my friends and my peers transitioning into. And so I started thinking, okay, why is this happening? And I kind of realized that tech shops were the only ones that were employing people in the right way, and they were the only ones that were paying people enough to retain them, and provide them some sort of return on their investment. If you look at it from one perspective, education is an investment. So the first thing that I saw was a trend that all of my friends from engineering backgrounds are now getting tech jobs. And I started looking into my friends who had actually done tech, how they compared in the engineering sector, and it turned out that they were doing pretty well. A lot of the people that I knew graduated before even we did, by picking up more courses. And even the ones that didn't really graduate, I knew some people that hadn't finished their computer science degree, were second, third year computer science students. They knew the skills, they had developed a portfolio, had practice now. They ended up getting jobs in startups. A few of them even quit their degrees. So that was surprising and shocking to me, because as an engineering student, I couldn't really fathom working in the industry without completing my degree. I mean, we had co-ops where our university would attach us to a company that would give us experience for a semester or 2 semesters, depending on the kind of co-op that university allowed. Even to become like a full-fledged engineer, once you do graduate, you had to be certified by the board. I was living in Quebec at the time, so they had their own certifications that they needed before you could call yourself a junior engineer. A lot of red tape that surrounded that kind of like that sector. I'm not saying engineering is bad. I think engineering is definitely valued, but I'm just saying for someone that is up and coming and is choosing to decide between engineering and any other discipline and doesn't really know what they want to do, doesn't really have a specific passion, I think pursuing computer science is a really good option, because it will really help you in getting a really fast return on your investment of time, your money, and even the amount of effort that you put in versus what you get back from it. The second tip is for people that are entrepreneurial. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit and you think you want to make a company down the line, I don't see myself intending to work for somebody my entire life. Computer science might be something that you would want to look at. And the reason why is you learn so many practical skills that you can apply to building your own projects, building your own applications that, you can, if you go into mobile apps, you can build games, you can build just applications that people can use, like you can build web applications. Even if you work in the industry, you still have enough time to polish your skills on the side and start side projects that could end up turning into proper businesses once you have the required experience, required cash flow to kind of put them into action. I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs that are also computer scientists that are also working full-time jobs, have the 2-3 products that they're running on the side, and they don't really rely on other people because themselves have the skills to run those products, right? A good option, that's the second thing. If you're an entrepreneur you're entrepreneurial, feel like you have that spark in you, don't see yourself doing a traditional 9-to-5 your entire life, pursuing computer science would be a good option for you. Within computer science, there's different things: web development, mobile app development, machine learning and AI, data science, a lot of things that have popped up recently as well. It took me about 4 to 5 years to really get into computer science. I was struggling with responsibilities on my end. I had to take care of my family, and that's kind of the reason why it took me a little longer than traditionally it would someone to kind of pivot into tech. My case is different. I decided to pursue a second degree in computer science, which doing while I'm also working full-time. So I work full-time and I'm studying online, getting a degree in computer science. But if you are based in the US or Canada or even Australia or anywhere in the West, you don't really need a computer science degree to start. If you already have a degree and you don't want to spend the amount of time that I did, pursuing an entire degree, you don't have to do that if you're in the West. What you can do is you can spend 6 to 8 months learning skills that are required, have a portfolio, start applying to jobs, know how to do work, and I'm pretty sure that will pay off for you. I think the point that I'm trying to make is that growing up, I didn't really have anyone that could guide or tell me, okay, you should be doing X, Y, or Z because it'll pay off better. I kind of took 6 to 8 years, 10 years to figure out what I needed to do. I wasted a lot of time. I feel like if I can even help one person with this video not waste time, or maybe even save 5 or 6 years of their life, I think it would be a job well done. So I'm talking to you if you're undecided, if you don't know what to do, computer science is the way to go. It will really pay off in the long run. You can even start your own business. You will be autonomous. And really, what I really love, I think small caveat that I didn't really mention in the beginning, what I really do love about computer science, it really helps you to understand the world in a different fashion. It allows you to see, especially data structures and algorithms. When you start studying those, you really start to see things differently, and you realize there's not one way to do things. And I know for a lot of people that comes naturally, but there are a lot of us, myself included, that didn't really understand that there was different ways to do different things. I know it sounds really strange for some people to hear, but that is the truth. I mean, at least it was for me. I didn't really consider myself that smart. I had a lot of problems that I was facing while I was growing up. I didn't really have a lot of mentors and stuff. I always saw like things to be a certain kind of way. And when I started studying computer science, like to me, it really did help, in understanding that there's not one way to solve a specific problem, but there's multiple ways that a problem can be approached to find a solution for it. I've had a lot of friends that have changed over the years. They've become smarter, they've become more logical, they've become more analytical as they've studied computer science and gone through it. I really do believe that this is something that also highly influenced my decision into the computer science domain. Those are my tips. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll continue with posting videos on this channel. And if you guys found something that you think you can resonate with, leave a comment, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button. Really helps the algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.